France, the port of Marseilles. A ship arriving from the Middle East. A ship signaling sickness on board. Sickness in Marseilles. In 1720, there was sickness in this great port of France, typhus, leaving in its wake 250,000 dead. In 1720, the call of sickness in Marseilles was cause for panic. But not so today. Warned of sickness, probably contagious, on board the incoming liner, the port health officer goes aboard to examine the patient and take action. Once, this ship would have been confined for the period of incubation of the suspected disease. A whole ship with all its passengers and crew quarantined for as long as a fortnight. But today, the method is different. To the port health officer, each passenger gives his name and address. Then, for each, a special form is filled in. All vaccinations against contagious diseases are checked from a kind of health identity card. A special form issued by the World Health Organization. The World Health Organization. Headquarters, the Palace of the Nations, Geneva. Here, the United Nations operates its health information center for the world. In the files at Geneva, every known case of contagious disease is recorded and classified. In this way, trends towards even the tiny beginnings of an epidemic can be watched. Then, national officials can decide control action. Daily, from this great center in Geneva, a radio bulletin goes out to all nations. A daily report on the health of the world. Back in Marseilles, all their data recorded, the passengers of the liner go ashore, free, but liable to be recalled at a moment's notice. At the same time, the suspect case goes off to hospital. So far in Marseilles, all is going well. But among a whole shipload of people, there's bound to be the awkward customer. Jean, well, let's forget his full name, arrives at his given address, a hotel, only to find it full. So off he wanders, seeking a bed for the night. An habitué of Marseilles, he doesn't have far to look. In a nearby cafe, he runs into friends. A room for the night? Come and stay with us. Good. That calls for a drink. But then at the hospital, the suspect case becomes a confirmed case. Typhus. Once again, there is typhus in Marseilles. But this time, it is under control. Marseilles informs Geneva. Geneva classifies this outbreak, and Geneva informs the world. In Marseilles, the modern disinfection center prepares for action. All baggage from the ship, all clothing must be fumigated. At the same time, the owners must be medically examined, given a shower, and, if necessary, a spray of DDT. Notified, all the ship's passengers attend. All. Jean, his whereabouts unknown, is now a matter for the police. He too must be brought in for precautionary treatment. One case of typhus does not make an epidemic. Only if much more evidence of the disease appears, need drastic action be taken. From the health point of view, at any rate, Jean is considered only a minor menace. A detective has called at the hotel where Jean was supposed to be. However long the trail, he will be brought in. But Jean is not a very crafty criminal. The manhunt is short and uneventful. Thus, a surprised Jean finds himself in the hands of the police. The charge? His body a possible menace to public health. At the disinfection center, the last pieces of baggage undergo treatment. And the last remaining passenger arrives for his spray of DDT. One case of typhus does not make an epidemic, but no chances can be taken. For Marseilles and for the world, the menace must be controlled. As Jean passes into the shower, the now disinfected ship sails once more on a new voyage on scheduled time. Thus, the World Health Organization safeguards and controls, with the minimum delay to trade and transport, the minimum interference in the lives of people. Progress against plague. Progress in the air. The Bristol Brabazon, the largest civilian land plane in the world.